Why is my camera focusing as if there's a face next to me? Cause I don't think there's a face next to me. Hi Ghosty, can I please film? Hey besties, and welcome back. If you couldn't tell, I haven't been myself lately. And there's a reason for that. You may or may not know, but I am getting married next month. That's a little scary to say that out loud. In theory, I should be over the moon, right? I'm about to be married to my best friend. I'm currently going through some pretty intense burnout from all the wedding planning. I lucked out a lot, and the early stages of wedding planning were actually super easy on me. I found a venue without any real issues, and I got a really good deal on the venue too. The venue now starts, absolute lowest price for off-season, middle of the week, starts at 18 grand. We got our venue for 5 grand, which I know still might sound absolutely insane to some people, being like, why would you spend 5 grand on a venue? But where I live, that is unheard of how cheap that is. Apparently we were the first couple to actually book at that venue, so like, I really did luck out on that front. Our DJ was a no-brainer. My fiance's cousin is a DJ. We asked him who from his company we should hire because we wanted him as a guest, and he said no. He was gonna take over if anyone else was hired. So he just wanted to be the one to DJ. We didn't need to actually search. We found a caterer recommended by the venue that is amazing when it comes to food allergies. That was a no-brainer. We found an amazing photographer that specializes in nerdy weddings. So we're like, this is perfect for us. We figured out everything so easily and right off the bat. Then now is when things are getting rough. All the big things that everybody else seems to stress about were so easy for us to figure out that I'm just like, I don't know what people are on and on about. Like, wedding planning is easy, and my oh my am I eating my words now. We don't talk enough about wedding planning leading to burnout. So I'm just gonna give y'all a real wake-up call to what it's really like and why. And if you're also planning a wedding, how to try to pull through to the other side. Our bridal party was a no-brainer. My bridesmaids are my sisters and my best friends. My fiance's groomsmen, some of our best friends. I say our because I spend so much time with them, I consider them my friends now as well. The only problem with my bridal party is that pretty much everyone is either out of state or married with kids, and it's really difficult to get people together. When it comes to all the things that the bridesmaids would normally do, I don't have that. And that's not shade to any of my bridesmaids. I knew what I was getting into. Y'all have kids. Literally, like, one of my bridesmaids has 4 kids, one of them has 3 kids. Pretty much everyone's got kids. But because of that, I'm doing mostly everything on my own. Don't get me wrong. I have friends that have offered to help, but everyone works. It's very difficult to actually make plans to get stuff done because of everyone's work schedules. I have one friend that keeps offering to help, but she's notoriously difficult to actually make plans with. Audrey, I love you, but you are. I'm so lucky. I have my cousin. My cousin is going to be my day of coordinator, and she's being really helpful with everything. I'm pretty sure I've been to the craft store more in the last week than I have been in my life up until now, if I'm being honest. And that's the thing, is planning a wedding on a budget. You end up DIYing a lot of things. DIYing is still very expensive and very time consuming, and honestly, very just draining as well. Even just making the decisions, so draining. But weddings also have all of these unrealistic expectations nowadays. And I feel like that's part of the problem. I'm too laid back when it comes to the wedding, which sounds wild, but I genuinely am. Everybody seems to have Pinterest boards of their perfect wedding, and they've planned out exactly how they want everything to look. I'm very go with the flow. We have a theme, and I just want everything to fit our theme. And when I say theme, I don't mean like boho theme or anything like that. No. I mean like 2000s music festival pop punk theme. A Shrek theme was debated at one point, but was shut down. Everybody asked, what's your vision? What are your colors? What do you want for this? What do you want for that? Do you want rustic? Do you want gold? What do you want? And I'm just like, I don't know. I don't want those types of things. I want more laid back. I want more chill. I want more low key. People are messaging me, asking me, what should I wear? My dress code is suits and sneakers, friends. My dress code is suits and sneakers. Wear whatever you feel comfortable in. And people think I'm brushing them off, but in all actuality, I'm just not that particular. Meeting with the venue manager asked us what the most important part of our wedding day was. She asked if it was the dancing, if it was the vows, if it was the speeches, what our most important part of the day was. And my fiance and I both had the same answer, which was we just want the people that we love together. That's all we want. Apparently it's not an answer they get very often. I guess most brides have a list of things that are most important to them in the wedding. Mine is just that all the people that I love are together. Honestly, all of it's led me to having real bad decision fatigue as well. Again, my wedding is next month. So now we have all of our final details meetings with all the vendors. And it's really starting to get to me. I did not know that things as simple as the exact location of a table, or do you want an 8-foot table versus a 9-foot table? I didn't know those were things. I didn't know I would have to be choosing napkin folds. Okay, I chose a napkin color, awesome. Now I have to choose a fold for the napkin too? And then I have to choose the length of the tablecloths? What is this? This is not what I thought I'd be having to do. Genuinely, the decisions never end. And then there's the wedding tax. I just got hit real hard with the wedding tax. I'm falling on a budget. I wasn't going out and getting this like super deluxe designer wedding dress. I went to David's Bridal. I got a clearance dress from David's Bridal. This was a few months ago. I just went for alterations. The alterations cost more than the dress did. Again, it was a clearance dress, but I can pretty much guarantee that if it wasn't a wedding dress, if I was getting anything other than a wedding dress altered, it would not be costing as much as it costs. Put the word wedding on anything and the price pretty much doubles. Catering, for example, the exact deal that we got, if instead of it being for a wedding, if it was for a corporate event with the same amount of people, exact same food options, would have been probably about half the price. Just adding the word wedding to anything, again, doubles it in price. I will say certain things I'm extremely lucky about. For example, I know I want extensions for my hair for my wedding day. My hairstylist is a very good friend of mine, and she told me she was ordering me the extensions as part of my wedding gift, which I still can't really wrap my head around the fact that she was that kind, and I just can't. Steph, I love you. You're an absolute angel. And it's the little things like that that are keeping me sane, because the price of everything is so, I can't even explain it. That's why genuinely most things that we're doing for the wedding aren't actual wedding things. The seating chart we're doing on a canvas. We're DIYing it. We're making it look very on theme, keeping that a surprise, but we're doing that on a canvas DIY style. Our card box is just a normal gift box, just on theme. We're doing faux florals for everyone but me. I'm actually having an actual bouquet. Everyone else is getting faux florals, but I had to plan those out. I have to put the bundles together. I have to do all of that. Because I swear, if I went and I got actual florals, we're not even going to discuss the price of florals because that hurts to even think about. But trying to DIY all of it, that is killing me. But also if you're someone like me, I'm a perfectionist. If something that I'm DIYing comes out wrong, I'm going to be blaming myself. I'm going to be kicking myself. I'm going to be hating myself. That's where the help from my cousin comes in, at least. She's really good at DIYs and she is helping me out a lot. I don't know what I would do without her because I'm already losing my mind. And it just really sucks all the fun out of everything. Wedding planning really sucks the fun out of the fact that I'm getting married. I feel like I haven't been able to enjoy the fact that I'm getting married. I haven't been able to enjoy wedding planning because every time I turn around, it's another question about the wedding, tracking people down that haven't RSVP'd, or worse, dealing with family dynamics. I'm sure there's plenty of other people out there with complicated family dynamics. Being told person A won't sit with person B and person C will only come if person D doesn't come. Finding out that this family member refuses to come to the wedding because this other family member is going to be there. It's a lot. It's a lot. And then things get more complicated when family members start asking about, oh, like, what's happening with your bridal shower? I wasn't having one. For a very long time, the plan was that I wasn't having one. It was just too complicated to plan, too expensive to plan, and I don't believe in throwing yourself a shower, so I wasn't going to have one. And then somebody very near and dear to me said, hey, I'm going to throw you one. So now I'm having a shower. I'm mostly left out. No, let me rephrase. I'm pretty much entirely left out of the planning on it, and I like it way better that way. I've gotten some information on it and been asked for my input on food a bit because of my dietary restrictions. So I know a little bit about it, but I'm happy only knowing a little bit until the day rolls around. But then people keep asking about a rehearsal and rehearsal dinner and about what I'm doing for my bachelorette party and this and that. Literally, the rehearsal was only just planned. The rehearsal dinner, we don't even know if we're having a rehearsal dinner or not yet. We still need to figure that out. Bachelorette party, not happening. Again, my bridesmaids, married with kids, Not like they're gonna be able to go out and do anything. My fiance actually just went on his bachelor weekend, and it was very bittersweet because he had a great time and I was so happy for him. I knew what was going on. Like, his friends told me what the plan was. I knew everything that was happening. But it's very bittersweet because as happy as I was for him, I knew I wasn't getting something like that. And then everyone, when they saw he was on his bachelor weekend, asked me like, oh, like, what are you doing for your bachelorette? I organized my closet. I stayed home and I organized my closet. Again, please don't think that I'm saying anything negative about my bridesmaids. I love them very much, but I knew this is what I was getting into because, again, they all have kids. Married with kids, just about all of them. And 2 of them are out of state as well, so that also doesn't help. But every time I turn around, it's another question from somebody else about what I'm doing for something else. Every time I turn around, it's just another question, and I'm just so exhausted. And so many questions are about things that, yeah, are typical, but I'm not doing because I don't have that type of network in my life. Again, I know my friends would do anything for me, but there's things they're not able to do. Or another thing that sucks is everyone asks where we're going for our honeymoon, if we're leaving the night of, if we're leaving the next day. We're doing neither. Weddings are expensive. We're not going on our honeymoon for probably a year. Normally we go on vacation every year in October. This year we're getting married in October, so it looks like we won't go on vacation until next year. Has that stopped people from asking us what our honeymoon plans are? No, that's one that stings, because it feels like we're letting people down every time we tell them that. Every time somebody asks where you're going for your honeymoon and we say we're not going on one, they get this disappointed look and they just go, oh. Then we explain, we're like, yeah, we can only really afford to go on vacation once a year, which is more than a lot of people can even manage. Most people can't even manage vacation once a year, but we're getting married. We're using vacation time for that. We're using our money for that. We can't afford both. And I feel like that's normal in today's economy, that you can't afford both. Plus we have family coming in from out of state, from out of the country. Sorry if I want to spend time with them too, but it feels like we're letting people down by the way that we answer some questions, and it really does suck all the joy out of it. Also, hi, I'm still a person. I still have an actual life aside from just the fact that I'm getting married. I'm really, really burnt out from talking about the wedding 24/7. If you're someone in my life and we're talking, please don't make it be all about the wedding planning, because I would rather have my mind anywhere else. And it's at the point that this has really started affecting my mental health and my relationships. My fiance and I have both just been snapping at each other so much over little things that are wedding related, that we acknowledge like 20 minutes later, like, hey, that was stupid. But still in the moment, we're both so stressed out over it, we just snap. I've had messages in my phone for over a week that I don't even notice, and they're just going unread and unacknowledged because I'm so stressed that I don't even see notifications. I don't even pay attention to them. I have brand deals that I'm behind on. I have friends that I've been slacking on seeing. I've been really good at still posting on here on my schedule, but my Instagram has not been doing great lately. I have been slacking on Instagram. I have barely even talked to Casey lately. And if y'all know my relationship with my best friend Casey, for me to barely be talking to her because I'm so stressed is the end of the world. Pretty much. I've just been so overwhelmed that my brain has sort of been shutting down. The only thing that I really look forward to now is when my fiance gets home from work and we just sit on the couch and watch Buffy. That's it. That's what's been getting me through, is watching Buffy. You know, I say that's been getting me through, but I quite literally just watched the most traumatizing episode of Buffy, so like, still a little traumatized, still a little not okay. If you watch Buffy, it was the Tara episode, and I think that says it all. And if you watch Buffy, obviously that's not the only thing in the episode that got me messed up, but like, that's the most traumatizing episode of the show. Let's be real. My entire apartment has sort of become an afterthought in my day-to-day existence. I'm sitting in my office, which is a disaster. An absolute disaster. I have stuff from the craft store everywhere. I have stuff for a series that I'm doing on Instagram, but I haven't gotten around to filming that part of the series, so I can't bring it out yet. Everything is everywhere. Everything is complicated. And it's at the point that I'm so stressed out, I've been forgetting to eat half the time. So how am I dealing with this? How am I managing my burnout so that I don't lose my mind entirely? Well, I'm working on it, for starters. One thing, and the biggest advice that I can give, is my fiance took a week for vacation to just do wedding stuff. Thank God. Having a week of him being with me to do wedding stuff with me instead of it being all me, game changer of my stress levels. I'm delegating and accepting that I'm delegating. My cousin is willing to help, I need to be willing to accept help. I'm trying to schedule out my wedding planning days, if that makes sense. For example, wedding things Monday through Wednesday. Thursday through Sunday, nothing wedding related unless it's tracking down an RSVP or responding to an email. Luckily, I have tracked down most people that didn't RSVP before the deadline. There's only a few more that I need an answer from. Hopefully I can get answers from them, but luckily I've gotten answers from most people. This might also be a hot take, but I've been asking questions. You know, we got my engagement ring from a nationwide jeweler where you have to bring your ring in to get it cleaned every so often, otherwise the warranty is voided. So when we brought it in for the most recent cleaning, we asked them, hey, can we bring it in again right before the wedding? They said, absolutely, bring in that, bring in the wedding band, which has been sitting in the box since we got it, because we got the one that matched the engagement ring, and bring in any other jewelry that you're wearing, even if we didn't buy it from that store. They will clean all of the jewelry for free, which definitely was helpful. I have help from friends that have gotten married recently. They're giving their input. I have a clear enough vision, but it's still vague enough that we can make it work, whatever it is. And this might be a hot take, but I finally gotten to the point where I don't care. I feel like that's the only thing that's keeping me from losing it entirely, is I stopped caring. Not about the wedding, but about what anyone else is going to say or think. Do I want everyone to have a great time? Of course I do. But I'm at the point where if someone's going to judge me for the theme or not like the theme, okay. I've heard from a lot of people, oh, how will your older family members feel about the theme? They've known me. I've always been like this. I've always been into emo and pop punk music, and this has always been me. And anyone that I've told the theme, they very much understand, oh yeah, this is totally fitting for Maya. So the other most important parts of keeping my cool are remembering why I'm doing this. This isn't about the wedding. The wedding is just a fun party to have everyone that we love together. I'll have all of my old co-workers together with all of my friends. I'm so excited for them to actually meet. My family is very much a weddings and funerals family. So this is going to be the first time that I've seen a lot of my family since my aunt passed away. I'm excited to see these people. And at the end of the day, that's what the wedding and the reception really is. Because yes, I'm marrying the love of my life, but I could do that at a courthouse. We could have eloped. The wedding is about celebrating with everyone that we love. Although I'm not gonna lie, quite literally, I feel like every day for the last month, my fiance has said, I wish we just eloped. It would be so much easier. And of course, my number one trick to keeping my cool and keeping my calm and trying to pull myself out of burnout and not just letting everything fully consume me is quite literally venting to my cat. I literally will, any emotion that I have, tell my cat, and then she will climb on top of me and start making biscuits on me. And something about the pressure and the DPT that she's giving me helps relieve quite a bit of the stress. So like, when in doubt, vent to a pet. It gets it all out of your system. You get to vent everything. It's not someone that's going to hold your vent against you later. And if it's a cat, you might get some DPT out of it. If you are planning a wedding or thinking about planning a wedding, first piece of advice I can give you, if you're willing to elope, do it. But if you want the wedding, you might burn out. Being overwhelmed with wedding planning is normal. Being burnt out from wedding planning is normal. It is completely okay to admit that you're stressed and burnt out, and that this thing that's supposed to be so much fun and one of the happiest times of your life is actually really stressful and driving you insane. If you are planning a wedding, comment down below and let me know what the most stressful part has been for you, because I would love to know if other people are struggling the way that I am. My worst part is family dynamics. Honestly, that's what I'm struggling with the most. If you've already done the whole wedding thing, what are your tips for surviving? Because I would love any tips that anyone can give me. I still have another month to go, and I don't know if I'm gonna be able to hold it together until then, but I'm trying, y'all. I'm really trying. Thanks for hanging out for the low-key vent sesh vibes today, y'all, because with my burnout, I couldn't do anything more than this. If this resonated with you, I'm sorry, but I have faith that you'll pull through, just like I know I'll pull through. It's just difficult in the moment. Don't forget to subscribe. I put out new videos every Wednesday, Sunday, and then alternating Mondays and Fridays. When you do subscribe, make sure that you hit the bell. Otherwise, YouTube will never tell you when I post. It's a little bit broken like that. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.
I don't know, but I've been told the world outside is oh so cold. So cold.